Hello, guys. Vlad here once again. This is the second and last match of the day. It's gonna be between Arata from Brazil, one of the best Brazilian players in VR and in real life. I don't know if you guys are aware that Arata is top 15. It's between the 15 best players in Brazil in real life. 15. Crazy strong. He plays with anti-spin on the backhand side. And now, for the first time, hello, Cody. Hey, we're gonna start. We're gonna start very soon. Can you hear me well? So, guys in the chat, if you can say hi and let me know if you can hear me properly. I appreciate. So Leo Arata is a very strong player, and for the first time, he's trying something kind of similar with an anti-spin on the backhand side as well. He's been testing this for a few weeks now, but this is his first match, official match, in the tournament. Thanks, Cody. Thanks. Yeah, and they are almost ready to go to the room and start the match. So let's wait a couple more minutes. And Mahmoud, uh, okay, thanks, Mahmoud. Thanks. Uh, yeah, is a crazy, crazy good player, and he plays in VR for. He started this year. In February was his first tournament. He won the second division, and then he won in March. He won the first division here in VR, and then from April, so April, May, June, July. I think this is his fourth or fifth tournament in Super Division, and he beat Joy TT last month in the group stage. I know very well because I was in his group, and he was second in the group, so he advanced to the playoffs last month for the first time, and I think he has good chances to advance again this month to the playoffs. And he's trying this kind of a similar to anti-spin. It's not the same, right? It's not the same feeling. It's not the same deception when you play compared to real life, but it's as close as it gets. So let's see how he does, how he adapts his backhand to the game now, because he was trying to play with a attacking rubber on the backhand side, and it's not really his thing. His forehand is very powerful, but not necessarily his backhand. And Teddy is also a very good forehand player. TeddyBearAsaurus, he plays this game for almost 4 years, I guess, or maybe more than 4 years. He was there since the beginning, probably, and he was my second best friend in the game. Back in the day, like two and a half years ago, when I first started in VR, Jeff Geo1 was my first friend in the game, and he's very close to to Teddy. So Teddy and Jeff, they were my first two good friends in the game, and I owe them a lot. So if I ever get to the top 10, it's because of their help and all the VR training camp team helping me a lot since the beginning. That was very important for me. So if you don't have good friends in VR, you are wasting the best part. The community is the best part. Okay, let's go and watch, see if they are in the room. The match will start soon. I'm just waiting for the players to be in the room. Let's check.
Yeah, I watched you on YouTube. I like your
Nice.
anti videos, and then
Okay.
before I even saw you on YouTube, I used to watch your videos with the long pips.
Sure. Yeah,
Are you
I
still
stopped.
using anti?
Actually, in real life, yes, I'm playing with
Yeah,
anti-spin, but
yeah. In here you can't, obviously.
yeah, but I don't know. Probably Vlad already told you, but I'm trying to figure out some configuration in my backhand so I can simulate more my real life game. You know?
It's it can be similar, but I think the spin's still too high.
Yeah,
Like 70 is still too high. It's almost like you'd be playing with like the 802, the half anti.
yeah.
Yeah.
And do you play in real life?
Yes. Yes. I used to be a long pimple player also, but I would
Oh,
chop.
nice.
But
So,
now
what's
I'm
your
trying to.
rating in US?
Oh, not high at all. Like the highest it was like 1800 maybe.
Oh,
But I didn't play
okay.
enough tournaments, so
The last time I
yeah.
played in US, it was in 2020, I think.
Yeah. And you're about
And
like
they give me the rating about to I think 2500.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. From watching your game, you look like 2500 easily.
I don't know. Here in Brazil, it's not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no rating, right?
Yeah, there is rating, but in US, there is
Yeah.
an obligation. Every tournament, you need
Yeah.
to like win rating
Yeah.
or lose rating. But here in Brazil, there are a lot of tournaments that they do not like use the rating system. So
We
there is
have
a lot of
we
players
have
who
lots of them.
really good. But yeah,
We have
but
lots of them who don't use the rating system either
okay.
in Michigan. So we do have plenty that don't plenty of tournaments with no rating.
So I'm ready when you
Players.
are. Oh, hey Vlad.
Oh, hey Vlad.
I was just listening to your conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Leo,
Yeah.
I didn't say anything to Terry. I didn't have time actually to say anything. So don't worry. It's all surprise for all of us. It's gonna be a surprise. We're
Yeah.
all curious about how you're gonna use your backhand anyway. So you
Let's
can
see how
start
it
Oh
goes.
whenever
yeah.
you want. We are live, so take your time and have fun.
Yeah.
Have a good match.
Thank
It's
you.
best
I'm
of
ready
five.
if you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yep.
Well, let's go. Best of
Thank you
luck,
so
man.
much for playing. Good luck.
Okay, let me take my ugly face out of here and let's watch this match. First time they play each other, and I think this match, of course, in real life, Arata is much stronger, but Teddy has a lot of experience in VR, and he has a really good, solid, consistent forehand. That being said, it's all about how Teddy can get rid of the short game because Arata has a really good short game. As you can see, like the previous point, Arata used some side spin on the backhand side, some crazy right side spin, and this kind of a shot is tricky in real life, and I think it's even harder to deal in VR because in VR we can generate more spin with less effort, general, even with the new physics. And it's all about who can play. Look at this chop, how beautiful that was. And it's easier for Teddy to control the rallies if he can get rid of the short game as soon as possible. Otherwise, Leo Arata is gonna trick him in the short game and take the advantage attacking with some powerful forehands. So this is the game for Teddy. Attacking first and trying to get consistent, stepping back and trying to force Arata into some rallies. Otherwise, it's just this kind of a really fast forehand attack from Arata, which is very dangerous, very hard to deal with. Yusuke, sim, tá estranhando já, né? Já bota as bolas tortas, fica bem difícil de lidar. Cody, yes, Teddy and Jeff are great. One of the best people you can find in VR are those two guys. I really love those two guys. They are so important in my trajectory in VR, and it's amazing to have people like them. So the first game was pretty comfortable for Arata, but I think Teddy was kind of trying to figure things out. I think now Teddy is a little bit more comfortable trying to attack more and try to control more the actions. It's important to try some rallies, to attack first and try some forehand to forehand rallies maybe, or forcing Arata to step back. Arata close to the table is very, very dangerous. So one game each in this first match is a best of five. So who wins three full matches wins the whole thing. It's gonna be interesting to compare this game. Look at this chop block. This is really good stuff. It's gonna be nice to compare this match with Arata's future matches. In general, Arata streams his own matches in group stage. If he advances to the playoffs, is the stream team that does the job, in general Sulik, but he's streaming most of his matches. He's not doing it today because it's a Sunday, and he asked me to do it because it's very late in Brazil. It's 11 p.m. in Brazil, and he said, "No, I just don't wanna keep my laptop around," and he stays in the club. So he's playing at home instead of playing his club. He has his own club in Brazil, and with a blink of an eye, Leo Arata manages like 10-1 the last match and finishes the
Very good.
first match 11-2. So it's a matter of two different strategies with two great forehand players, right? So with completely different strategies. So Arata is trying to bring Teddy to the short game, play some tricky spin, sometimes side spin, sometimes chop blocks, attacking with no speed but a lot of spin, good placement, just to make space to finish the point with a powerful forehand if necessary. And Teddy also trying to use his forehand, but he has to get rid of the short game as soon as possible. If I was Teddy, I would serve longer, probably longer to Arata's belly, to the corner, to his backhand corner, and try to play from there. Because playing short, serving short, or receiving short against someone who has a very strong short game, generally is not a good idea. Easier said than done, of course. Look at this forehand, so fast. 143 spin and crazy fast. And of course, the problem of serving long all the time is that your opponent's gonna figure that out, maybe step around, pivoting, and attacking with the forehand anyway. But sometimes it's better than serving short all the time and give your opponent who has a better short game than you playing the short game more often, if that makes sense. So maybe a strategy could be long serve to Arata's backhand, and maybe a short serve sometimes as a variation to Arata's forehand. That could be useful, so making him guess all the time if he should step around or not. And Arata has to keep the ball with a lot of spin, so he can serve short or long. It doesn't really matter because he has the let's call it the fake anti-spin on his backhand, which makes it easy for him to chop block or to kind of a break the pace of the rally. And this is a really good game for both of them. Really close. Look at this ball. Like so, Arata finishes the game with a very tricky side spin shot. As you can see there, it was full of spin. We have the spin and speed counter there. So you see this last shot was like very side spin, 62 spin, very low. This ball drops very fast. It's very hard to deal with this kind of a shot. Yeah, this is what Teddy needs. Serving with less spin, maybe just make make the rally more simple in terms of spin, kind of a serving more like flat balls, kind of a dead spin, this kind of a thing that makes it easier for him to take the initiative and attack first. So then you see like Arata is gonna try to find some solutions for that. Look at this spin. So good, a lot of side spin. So Arata has to find options also for dead spin balls. Because it's easier for someone playing, this is also in real life, it's easier for someone playing with anti-spin or long pips playing against a lot of spin. But if you manage to place the ball well with no spin, they have to try to find a way to generate spin or keeping the ball low. And this is not easy most of the time. This is a great backhand from Teddy. This is something like I said, like Teddy has a really good solid forehand, but he's improving his backhand a lot. Look at this chop block, how hard it is. And then boom, finishes with the big forehand. Yeah, imagine how good can be this strategy in a few months if Arata polishes his backhand game the way we are just seeing for the first time. Uh, can you realize like how good this can be in 3 months, maybe 6 months? You know, by the end of this year, how good it can be. But we still have to see Arata playing this way against some of the top players, right? And when I say top player, I'm not taking anything from Teddy. Teddy's a really good player, but I'm saying like the top 20 players, especially the very powerful players that plays playing a lot with a lot of top spin, a lot of fast shots all the time from both sides. So we have to see how good Arata can control these top players' top spin. So far, I would say he's doing good against Teddy, but still, every time Teddy attacks with good quality, Arata struggles a little bit to control. Look at this chop. Wow, and the side spin just after the chop. This is really good stuff. Really good. Super hard to do it in VR. I think it's much harder in VR than in real life actually because the it just feels different to control. It's harder to control. Look at this. Look at this shot. How amazing is that? 83 top spin with some side spin coming from nowhere. This is really good stuff. Look at this 104 topspin from Arata's backhand. And now it feels really comfortable, really comfortable. The last few points, Arata probably is feeling at his best in VR at the moment because he just feels like he's playing in real life. If you go to Leo Arata's YouTube channel, you can see him playing in real life. There's lots of videos there, and it just feels like this for the first time because I've been following Arata since the beginning, trying to help him with some settings and options in the game, trying to accelerate his improvements. Sometimes he doesn't have that much time to play in VR because he has his own club in Brazil and he's very busy with his club. But now for the first time I see him kind of a playing as comfortable as he does in real life. I'm very curious to watch him playing the next month's tournaments. I think he's gonna play Shane. So his group, I think, is Teddy, Austin, and Shane. So Shane is the big dog in the group. Very strong players. Number 2 in the world at the moment, I guess. And I'm very curious to watch Shane against Leo Arata. It's gonna be a very good test for checking how good is Arata's control on the backhand side. We can see already how tricky he can be, changing actions all the time, blocking straight forward, chop blocking, using a lot of side spin, chopping the ball away from the table. But can he control the best top spins in the game from the best players? This is a question we can have some maybe some answers when he plays against Shane. Yeah, Teddy has to keep attacking. And you see, like you serve short to Arata's forehand, and you have the big flick. It's just a very good player. But I'm very excited to see how good and how the big guys, the top 10 guys, will answer uh, Arata's backhand variation. This is gonna be very interesting because I can't remember a player playing like him with that much
Oh,
quality.
very good.
Thank you.
Too good for me. Thank you so much. Very
Thank
good,
you.
James.
Thank you. I'm experimenting. Let's see how it
It's
goes.
very good. I could understand it, but my body is not strong enough to do what I need to do to get it. This is a very nice shot. The strawberry, I guess.
Yeah. That is kind of a technique between the anti-spin shot, like Luka Mladenovic does in real life, plus the underslinger cut.
Yep.
So
yeah, they do that, and then lots of long pip players do this.
Yes.
This is
You should
very
try.
common.
You should try.
Yeah, I should definitely.
If you are a chop, you need to try. Ask Vlad. Vlad is really good. Vlad is here, so he can explain for you, and later on he can like do the same configuration. Because everything.
Whenever I chop over there, you go like this, and it's good because it creates this spin coming here. Yeah, the side spin, and then I have to do this to get it to go straight. But it's hard to judge how much side and how much top.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. Best of luck in the next match.
Yeah. Yep. All I have is Shane left because everybody dropped out. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Joe dropped out.
Well, he didn't drop out, but he didn't show up for my match.
Oh, I see.
So 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the match, he's like, I can't come.
Okay.
So,
let's see.
Yeah, it's very hard to. So Sulik was like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah, let's see. So, I think for me, he's gonna show up, and
Oh,
Let's see
he'll
how it
show up.
goes.
But I
he
think
will. He will probably.
you have the game to beat him if if you're playing
Let's
well.
see. Let's see.
It
Let's
just
see.
depends on depends which version of Joe you get.
Okay.
Because Joe can play very, very high, and he can
Okay.
play very, very low. So he can play at the level where I could beat him, but then he can also play at the level where he can take matches off of Pro TT. So
Okay.
he's so rangy. He's a kid, So
Yeah. 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 I understand.
and then he kind of goes between not having an adapter also, and then
Really?
just using the controller. So like he'll either use the controller or adapter, and the controller gives him a very strong backhand.
Okay.
So
I see. That's a really
that's
good information. I should I played against him, but I didn't know that. So this
yeah
way I could explore my
yeah
more the middle and the forehand side.
yeah
So
yeah
let's see how it
exactly.
goes. Thank
So
you for
let's
that.
see.
Thank
Yep.
you, Vlad.
Very
I
nice match,
Thank you, Vlad.
guys. Very
Yep.
entertaining. I was
Yeah.
I was talking some bullshit here all the time. I was so excited.
Well,
It's
I need to hear the bullshit because I
Yeah,
need to
you
get
have
better.
to. You
So
have to. I
it's
was so
good.
excited because
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time. I don't even know if we ever had someone playing like Arata did today, with that
Oh
much
no.
quality. Like chop
Not with
blocking.
the chop blocking, not with the short, and then the blocks when you loop, they come so short, and like
Exactly.
I'll try to hit it, but then the ball's like this far away from my paddle. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like
The
the change
trajectory.
of pace is so good.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
trajectory is different, the timing is different, and we have the counter, the spin and speed, so you can check later exactly the angle and
yeah.
how much spin you're trying to deal with. This is very
Oh,
interesting
it's so
information.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
some of the strawberry, the right side spin, it was kind of a
yeah,
sometimes combined with more topspin and close to like above 80, 85 spin.
yeah. So it's like a good flip. It's like,
Yeah, but
I mean,
but
yeah,
it's hard to read if there's more.
yeah,
We always think there's more backspin combined with the side spin, and sometimes there's a lot of topspin. So it's a
yeah. Because it's
pretty
like,
interesting thing. And the thing is, if you don't play well, then it comes a very good forehand on top of it, and then the game is over,
yeah.
right? So if you don't
And
control well,
when we're forehand, he's always gonna win anyway at this point. So like having this to off throw my timing, it makes it very difficult. So
exactly.
it's a very exciting
And
match.
he was kind enough not to flip the racket, the paddle, and use the fast rubber on the backhand. Because when he was playing against me the other day in training, he was killing me with the fast blocks as well. So
Yeah.
The tracking stays with
yes,
it.
Yes.
for one
Sometimes.
shot
Sometimes.
stays.
Sometimes when I
Yeah.
used to have the wassail, because I used to do that, it used to stay because it had
No.
the ring for the
But
Quest 2.
No, it
But
does
with
stay.
this,
For one
sometimes
shot,
you lose it,
that's
right?
yeah.
so this is
Yeah, I guess
my
so.
anti-spin, but
Yeah,
here it goes.
yeah,
I can
yeah, yeah. So you can continuously do it? I
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have to
but
exactly.
try.
the thing is,
Yeah,
I need to look after
yeah,
my
you have to
racket
look at your
because
paddle when you do
yeah,
it.
if I go like this, then I lost the tracking. So
Then the
I need
tracking
to
loses it.
yeah, but
So the
but
trick is to look.
yeah, the trick's to look. But the thing is, with my configuration, my backhand side, I could
Uh-huh.
do a lot of topspin
Yeah, yeah,
either
yeah.
way.
It's still
So
because
it's
it's
still
70.
very
You
good.
should be
Yeah.
able to. Yeah, it's just the throw. If you could message me the throw that you're messing with, not
Oh,
to give it out to the public, but if you could message me, I'd like to
okay.
know because I want to try just for
Let's see.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think the guys who play shopping and do like this,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you should try because it is really good. Yeah, and of course you can do backhand to backhand. So
Yeah, I don't have problems chopping in here. It's the problem with like, it's
blocking.
if it's too slow, then
Okay.
I have a hard time with this. So I have to figure it out.
Yeah, the thing is, I play with anti-spin, Dr. Nobauer anti-spin, so it is a lot slow. So the way
Oh,
I attack and I accelerate those balls is because I have the technique with the anti-spin
yeah.
that I use.
You
So
have to dig. Yeah.
yeah. I have the angle, the technique to
Yeah.
push, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm using a lot of this. It's kind of combining the long pips with sponge plus the slow of the anti spin.
Right.
So it
I
is
used to use P1R, long pips
okay. Yeah,
with 1.0 sponge. For like a
so
decade.
yeah.
That was my
So the
rubber.
thing is, the short game and the
Uh-huh.
shopping is pretty much the same. The those kind of long pips with friction and
Hmm.
sponge. But the thing is, the this ball is like
Yeah.
slow and long. You need to like understand how to push and do this kind of stuff because if you close more the angle, then the ball
Yeah, then
goes
it's
like
dead. Yeah.
yeah, then it's dead and everything.
Yeah.
So you need just to adapt to that. But I do this in real life with underspin, so for me it's like more easy
Yeah.
to combine. So
So
yeah,
so it's working. That's exciting.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Hopefully.
Vlad.
it's very
Yep.
exciting. Very exciting.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait
Yep.
to see him playing some of the top 15 players and see if he can control blocking and doing all the
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
I'm
Jason,
Uh,
excited to see that too.
Jason
I will
Eckler
play
is
against
here on the
Shane.
chatting. Jason Eckler is here on the
Yeah.
chatting saying, my wife loves shopping also. He's making fun of the accent, probably shopping and shopping. Yeah, we
Oh
all
my
love
gosh.
shopping, Jason. We all love shopping.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, oh
All
Vlad,
right.
you're gonna stream my match against Shane, so let's see how
Yeah.
it goes.
Oh yeah, let
He's
me
gonna
know,
stream
please. I
all our
would love
matches
to.
versus Shane. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you,
I
Teddy.
I wish you best of luck. Hopefully you can move on as number one.
Thank
So
you. Thank
yep.
you so much. Thank you, Vlad.
Yep.
Thank you
See ya.
guys once
Thank
again.
you. Thank you
Congratulations for
guys.
the match. Very entertaining. Have a good
Yeah.
evening.
Good evening. Good night, guys.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. That's it. Wow. I love to watch the game, and uh, it was expected to see Leo Arata winning this match because he's very strong and he seems to be very well adapted to VR already. And but now using long this kind of a fake anti-spin on the backhand side, it feels more natural for him. I think we just watched uh, a new top 10, at least a new top 10 was born tonight with this match because I wasn't very confident about Leo Arata, to be honest. When we tried for the first time, like his first week as playing VR, that was back in January or February, I can't remember. And we spent a couple of hours together and like trying to figure out pedal settings and stuff. For his forehand, it was really good but very easy since the beginning. His forehand is really nice, but the backhand he wasn't confident, and it was the old physics as well. And for some reason, the new physics help him to use. It's different. It's harder to control, but he has such a good technique on the backhand side that for some reason he can control better now and he's more confident to use it because he was winning all the matches the past tournaments playing with a fast rubber on the backhand trying just to block fast blocking and sometimes attacking and it's not really his thing like he can do this but it's not really his style and what happens when he does this is that he has to step back away from the table and has to exchange in the middle of the rally, playing like a normal looping player. And this is uncomfortable for him. Playing with the fast rubber on the backhand side for blocks close to the table sometimes, or maybe some surprising attack. This is okay, he can do it. But away from the table, he needs to chop in order to get close to the table again and keep playing his tricky short game. This is his the best skill he has. So he's adjusting. It's very nice. That's very cool. It's a different style. I remember when Swiss 11 Rally, my good friend Nicola was starting in the game so fast. He went straight to the top five and chopping with the backhand and crazy attacks with the forehand. It was different style for most of us, the way he was playing. And now we have Arata also with a new style for us to enjoy watching. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching the streaming. And I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.